All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Labb with my co-host Deborah. Today's Sunday, September 20th, 2009, 10:52 p.m. We have two cases to discuss tonight. They are case number 809, Shyann Wakeman, and we're going to be discussing case number 673, Haleigh Cummings. There's some new information. Basically, we're going to have a little chat session. Tonight, I have some guests with me tonight. Susan, Galena, and Gail are all on with me, and of course, Deborah. Deborah, first of all, how are you doing? And welcome.
I'm doing fine.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to you, and congratulations on the new addition to your family.
Thank
Jacob
you.
is just precious.
Thank you very much. If you guys don't know, I had a baby boy on the 12th, and I'm back to work now. Everything's fine. The baby's fine, so we're good to go. Sorry I did not get a lot of work done that I was supposed to. I am catching up. I did do one case last night, and we're going to discuss that real soon. But I'd like to welcome back Gail, Susan, and Galena. How you guys doing?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
So we're going to discuss the Haleigh case and anything new that may be happening down there. I know we were discussing some issues before on off the air. We'd like to bring those up if you want to. But let's get started real quick with the well, I don't want to say real quick with case number 809. This is Shyann Wakeman. These dream drawings were done last night and posted to the internet just a couple hours ago. This is case number 809. Once again for Shyann Wakeman. The case is open. Pictures are up there on chat. Deborah, what information do we have for Shyann? And I'll go ahead and get her picture up.
Okay, Shyann Wakeman has been missing since August 9th of this year. This is the second time she's gone missing this summer. She went missing also in July. Let me double check the date for that. I believe it was July 13th. Yes, she went missing July 13th, and she was located, and now she went missing again on August 9th. So it seems to be a repetitive problem. She's listed as an endangered runaway, but she's 13 years old. And since this is happening for a second time, when I noticed that, I thought that this case needed some attention. She's 13-year-old, white female, and she's missing, like I said, since August 9th of this year. She's missing from Addison, Illinois. Addison is actually a Chicago suburb, for those not familiar with that area. And she's 5 feet 2 inches tall, 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. They believe her to be in the local area based on whatever information they do have. There's not a whole lot listed out there about her. She has been listed in a couple other online forums besides yours, Brian. Mm-hmm. So what do you have on her case?
All right, thank you. Now, before I get to that, Gail, you're going to do the psychic reading on this. Do you want to go first, or would you like me to go ahead and do this? I don't want to affect you.
No, you can go ahead. That's fine. You won't interrupt me.
Okay. Now she's been missing twice. So she's basically run away twice, right?
Right.
And 13's way too young to run away. She's a kid, so I would definitely go with endangered runaway or even endangered. Something did bother me about last night's dream. I've got three dream drawings. The first one says 16 miles south to truck stop, yellow lines. She's been home twice. When you said that she's been home twice, I don't think that's related to her being home. I think she's been home without being noticed twice. Maybe there's something she may have left behind as far as to her location. The second one says toolbox, work table, and the word David. She may be with somebody named David, and I believe this is some type of maybe garage or work shed or something like that. On the left-hand side is a toolbox that could be like Craftsman or something like that you were to keep a lot of tools in, not just a bunch of tools. I mean, not just a small amount of tools, a large amount of tools. And to the right, I think it's some type of work table. It even could be an auto garage or something like that. The third one says she's sick. She's sick. Must drink water, and then the word stop. That kind of bothered me in a way because I did get a kind of a feeling like she may be in danger. I'm not sure if that danger is because she has an illness or not, but it's looking to me like it may be some type of illness or something that she might need to get some antibiotics for or something like that. In looking at this one, I don't see her coming home as far as this dream drawing. I hope she comes home. This one did kind of bother me a little bit. That's all I have on Shyann. Gail, I've got a notepad here. I was going to go ahead and take some notes whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm just sitting here. I'm not getting a whole lot, but I do feel like she's safe. She is alive at this point. There may be an issue. I see her with someone who's maybe about 17, 18, and also a man who's maybe 39.
Okay, she's with
I
somebody.
don't feel like she's any more than 20 miles away, 20 to 30 miles away from her original location. But I do feel as if they're kind of keeping her.
Okay.
She wants to stay in a sense, but they're also kind of keeping her. But I feel like she's ready to return home, but there's an issue with her returning home.
Real
And I
quick,
feel like I want to go southwest of where they're at.
southwest. So southwest 29. You said 20. Did you say 25 to 30 or 29 to 30 miles?
25, 20 to 30.
20 to 30. Okay.
Right.
Southwest. Now you said 17, 18. You talking about let's say a teenager and then a man? The two people?
Right.
Okay, and
Two people.
the man was how old again, do you think?
I think one's about 17, and then the other one is about maybe 39.
Okay, 39. Okay. Southwest. Deborah, do we have a map up yet?
A map for Cheyenne? No, I can go ahead and pull up a map of the suburbs there of Addison where she's missing from, and we can try to figure out what's 20, 30 miles southwest of there.
Okay. Yeah, you getting anything else?
I just feel like she'll be. I keep getting like November 20. I think it might be November 28th. I feel like there'll be something happening by November 28th on that case.
And that's still 2 months away.
I'm sorry, I didn't get a whole lot on it.
Okay. I wanted to ask you a question. What's bothering me is the last stream drawing, where it says she's sick, must drink water, stop. Are you getting any sense of danger or anything like that she may be in right now?
I just feel like they're keeping her.
Okay. So then she's being held against her will, or psychologically saying something like, if you go home, your parents will do.
At this point, I feel like they are.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's not like she can willingly go home right now.
Okay, she can't. Okay. All right. Anything else, Gail?
That's it on that case.
Okay, Deborah. I think the notes to compare. I've got 16 miles south, next to truck stop, yellow line. She's been here before. Did I read that first one to begin with? She's been home twice. Did I read that first stream drawing? 16 miles south next to truck stop.
I don't think it did.
I know. Okay. I'm sorry. The first stream drawing said 16 miles south next to truck stop, yellow lines. She's been home twice. When I say been home twice, I don't think it's what you said about her being listed twice as missing. I think she's been home, and possibly maybe she's left something behind as far as clues of where she's at, and maybe next to maybe that truck stop might have some type of a garage or something like that. But Gail did say 20 to 30 miles southwest. Now this said 16 miles south, so that is some similarities that I was looking at. And then maybe a David. Does David ring a bell to you at all, Gail?
I didn't get any names on it. I feel like I'm okay with that name, but the biggest thing that's bothering me is that she can't leave.
Okay, thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
Deborah, what's up with this? 13-year-olds running away, and we treat this like they're just normal runaways. I mean, is that today's society where 13s are grown-up little girls now?
I don't know. It's just really troubling, especially since she runs away a second time, so quickly after she ran away the first time. It just seems like there should be a better way to, spread the awareness for these young runaways, and also, to try to locate them. It's just really
13. I mean,
I don't think a 13-year-old runaway should be listed and treated the same way.
I don't think
as the older ones that do it. Those that run away that are almost of legal age are pretty much able to take care of themselves in a lot of respects. I mean, it still shouldn't happen, and they're not quite ready for the world in most cases, but still, a 13-year-old is really a big deal compared to that.
Yeah, I mean, 13-year-olds. I mean, I think they're just growing up way too fast, and it probably has a lot to do with the parents. That's my
I know at that age they think they can take care of themselves, but they really can't.
No. Okay, thank you guys. Anything else, Deborah? We'll move on.
No, nothing else. On to the next one.
Okay. This case everybody knows about. This is case number 673, Haleigh Ann Marie Cummings. The case was opened on February 11th of 2009. There are some websites out that we've been mentioning in the past. One of them is bringhaleyhome.com and haleybug.com. Looking at the stuff that I don't really have anything to add as far as the past shows go. I still think the connection to some Jacksonville, Florida trailer has something to do with it. I do know there's some information that you guys are going to talk about. As far as I know, in the dreams that I had and what I've worked, as far as the pond goes, lake goes, I don't know if that's connected or not. I didn't see anything as far as that area, but we will redo this case and put anything out that we have. Also, Deborah, myself, Deborah, and Susan have been doing a little work on this case as far as a website for Haleigh. This one's a little bit different. This is www.justiceforhaleigh.com. The website is up. We are going to make a website and forum dedicated to Haleigh Ann Marie Cummings. And the information we're going to post there will be news articles, a general chat section, local information, anything that people want to put out there. It will be. It's not an official Haleigh Cummings website. It's just something we think that we need to put up there because Haleigh does deserve justice, just like any other missing child does. Deborah and Susan are running the website, and currently there's nothing really up there right now. The forum has started. We're going to work on the graphics and templates and stuff like that. Deborah, do you want to mention the website, what's going on as far as help and suggestions and anything like that?
Okay, I'm sorry, but I didn't quite hear that.
Okay, well, we're talking about justiceforhaleigh.com. Just mentioning it before we get into the updates.
Okay, well, I really can't hear exactly what you're saying, but I will go ahead and talk a bit about that website.
Okay.
We wanted to make sure that there was a place that stayed up. Because some of Haleigh's sites, the ones that were put up for her, have gone down. So Brian, thank you for putting this site up. And as you had said, Sue and I are running that site. We do need actually mods and help. So anyone that's interested in helping with that, please let us know. You can contact us either by through the site itself, through the forum at justiceforhaleigh.com. through the personal messaging system, or you could send us an email. You can email Susan at justiceforhaleigh.com, and you can contact me at either Deborah at justiceforhaleigh.com or help at justiceforhaleigh.com if you're interested in helping. Otherwise, anyone that is wanting to join the site, please register and post whatever information you can to help bring Haleigh home.
Okay. Thank you. Susan, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now you've been keeping this updated as far as links, news articles related to Haleigh. What's going on right now? I know that they're draining a pond.
Yes, they drained a pond that is approximately 3 to 4 miles from where Haleigh was supposedly taken. It kind of backs up to the St. John River. The pond is 95% drained. They are now using rakes, going and silk of the bottom of the pond for evidence.
Okay.
They have not said what evidence they're looking for. They are searching it.
Okay. Deborah,
One thing I don't understand is why it took so long. If this pond it's backed up to that river, and when we were talking earlier, Sue, you had talked about how when they were tracking that the scent stopped at that river. Now, if this pond is right beyond that river and it's just 3 to 4 miles from, the home that she lived in with her father and his girlfriend Misty, who's now his wife, I would think that they would have drained this pond sooner. I don't understand what the delay was. But apparently there was a tip now, which led them to draining it?
Yes. 1 of 4,000 tips. But it seems kind of weird that they're doing this 2 days after Misty's brother being arrested.
Right. They had arrested Tommy. That's his name, Tommy Crosland, on unrelated charges. Wasn't it something like grand theft or grand fraud or something like that? And right after that, they have a tip to draining this pond. So I don't know if there's a relation there or not.
Well, have they drained any other ponds lately?
No.
Okay. So there sure could be then, huh? You don't just drain a pond off of a psychic saying something, for example. So obviously there's probably.
I will say one thing though, Brian. I know what they're talking about because I was in that area.
And well, let's talk about that, Gail. Yeah, I wanted to bring you in too because I know you covered a lot of these areas. You were down there plenty of times. Let's bring that up. Okay, so what area? Talk about the area.
Yeah, the one thing I want to say though, the area that they're in, Cindy and I had been there, and originally I said they would only find her, they would find her very close by, and I'm going to stick with that because I really felt her very close by, and I've always said that Misty had something to do with this. In the beginning when I spoke with you and did a show with you on it, I said this case really reeks of Casey Anthony. The same feelings went with it. When I say that, I mean the feelings and the emotions and the things that happen are very similar.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
In many ways.
I've got one of the images up right now from the dream drawings.
I still feel like that.
Okay, I got an image up right now from the dream drawings that we believed it, and she definitely has something to do with it. So you think maybe she is in this pond?
I'm not sure she is because I never saw her in water. But you know, I think that's something that you have to think about. Is that how close she is?
Okay.
And we even checked out an Indian well, it's kind of a reservation area. So I'm not quite sure exactly what it was, but we had checked out several areas. But I do happen to know right what they're talking about, and it's right where Cindy and I had been.
Okay. Are you going to be going down there again? Anytime soon?
I am, but I you know, the only way I can go down there is to raise funds right now with that. I think most everyone out here knows that I moved.
Right.
And
well, actually, no,
so,
not that many people do know that you've moved. You want to bring that up? People don't. I know you've been really busy. A lot of people don't realize that. I don't think
I've been very busy with moving and going through a lot. I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life.
Okay.
I've moved, and so kind of it's left my own funds kind of dry as far as that goes. I'm definitely going to if I'm going to go down there, I'm at least going to need to raise funds for a plane ticket. But yeah, I definitely go down there. I have a place to stay. I can stay with Cindy. We'll continue to work on that case in Satsuma with the Haleigh Cummings case, as well as working the other cases there in the Orlando area.
Okay.
One development in the case also, Misty's family is conveniently moving to other areas. It's splitting.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
Because they know.
I think a lot of people there know, and including I'll step up and say now that Ron knows something. I've said it from the beginning that he knows something, and I still feel he knows something.
Okay. But here's the deal.
And neither one, by the way, neither one would have a meeting with me. They completely avoided me while I was there. His mother told me that they were going to meet with me, and that she couldn't get him to. Wonder why.
Here's the deal. When this all goes down, Ron and Misty think that they don't have to testify against each other. Well, guess what? Yes, they do. When it involves a child, there is no spousal privilege in the state of
Well, I want to know something. Excuse me. When I was down there, I spoke with his mother. She said the next day, she goes, "Oh, my son and Misty are going to meet with you." I said, "Great, I'd love to be able to meet with them." The next day, they had every excuse on the planet, and the next day and the next day wanted to meet with me. I know.
That's right. You were supposed to talk with them.
Okay, I know. You're not going to go meet with someone who is going to basically, in one sense, nail you. Because as soon as I met them, I would have known exactly what went on. That would have been really the key that I needed.
Right. Another interesting fact, everybody's talked about how drugs was involved, blah, blah, blah. Along this pond, they found a bed of marijuana growing. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now there were plants growing there, weren't there? A field of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I feel like, in the sense that on one range, as far as actually finding her, they might be cold. They might be running cold on this.
As far as the pond?
Yeah. As far as actually finding her.
Okay, but what about the general area?
Yeah, extremely possible. There's some places that I wanted to check out that I marked on a map originally. And to be honest with you, I still think she's close by in that area and is not really that hard to find. No harder than Kaylee Anthony was to find. And I found her.
Yeah, while you're talking, so, I'm looking up the past work you've done on this. I'm going to see if anything maybe relates. I know you said she was in the area too before.
Yeah, I believe that she's not going to be that hard to find. I would definitely go back to the area. Like I said, I met with the mother. I met with the Haley's mother. I met with Ron's mother. I met with them, all of them. But totally, Ron and Misty avoided me. If I would have met the two, I'm quite sure I would have had no problem figuring out what happened, getting the feelings from them, and going to find her.
Well, what
I know it avoided me.
What I don't understand, Gail, is what's Haley's mother's name?
Crystal Sheffield.
Yeah.
Why hasn't she gone to law enforcement with her information?
Why?
Yes.
What information? She totally believes in her son.
What did she say?
No.
We're discussing Haley's biological mother is Crystal Sheffield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she have information that she's not
sure? She does not. I spent 3 days with her.
Okay.
She truly knows nothing.
Okay, I think we're all in agreement, though, that Misty has information. Gail, with your psychic ability, I'm not psychic. I go based on what I see and when things add up or they don't add up. And this case does not add up at the Amber Alert stage.
No. Deb, when I met with Ron's mother, it was close enough to Ron that I could feel he knows something too.
Well, I agree that they've both got knowledge. I don't know that. I think they need to fess up. When it comes to the point where, like Misty has failed her polygraphs.
Absolutely. Why do you think, Deb, in your opinion, why do you think, when she kept promising me that they were going to meet with me, why do you think those two avoided me?
Because
well, Gail, that's...
I found Kaylee, located her. The two of them were extremely familiar. She said they were so excited that I might be able to find Haleigh then, because I found Kaylee. And then they ended up having excuses for not meeting me.
Well, I think they used excuses with you just like they've used excuses with other people. They had excuses when, they dealt with law enforcement. They're not being honest. We knew this from the day that Haleigh went missing, that there was information that they were not sharing.
Well, I feel like if I would have met with them, they couldn't have hid it from me.
Now, do you think that they know that, or most people don't believe in psychics?
I think they knew that. I think they knew
Well, first
that
of all,
if they met with me, they couldn't hide it from me.
Most people don't believe in psychics, but
I don't know, I totally did.
Oh, they okay.
Well, then,
but even if you don't believe and you're guilty of something, it's best just not to talk to you to avoid the entire thing if they think that might incriminate them somehow.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
What happened is they did believe because they knew what happened with the Haleigh case, and because of what happened with the Haleigh case, they are guilty, and they totally avoided me on purpose.
Okay, who is they? Do you mean Misty?
Misty and them, yeah.
Okay.
Totally avoided me on purpose because they were extremely familiar with the Haleigh case and that they had followed it and knew that I found her. Had the location down. They saw the video, they said.
Yeah, well, about 2 million people saw the video.
I'm afraid of being found out. I do.
Ron made a comment, and I assume he was probably talking about Misty. You keep your enemies close to you. Why would he make a comment like that if he doesn't know?
That's why he married her.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. Now that's not from a psychic again. That's just my opinion, my feelings.
Yeah, because he didn't think he would have to testify against her. Well, wrong. You don't work that way in Florida.
Well, like I said, I do feel that if I would have been able to meet with the two, they couldn't have hid it from me. I would have had the answers.
What's sad is that child has laid out there for 7 months. She deserves a proper burial.
Sure.
Well, I don't know who would have done what or whatever, but Misty obviously has had information that she hasn't been straight on, and it appears that Ron Cummings has done the same thing. He has actually, though, by the things that he's done since she went missing, with getting his tattoos, statements with the tattoo that he got for Haleigh, and different things that he said in the media, he's acted like she's not coming back right from the word go. He really, truly has.
Agreed.
From the factual standpoint of those of us who are not psychic, the way we view the case, it just, the first day that she went missing, it wasn't adding up, and then it came to the point that he actually makes statements that make it sound like he's all but, accepted that
I'll make a statement.
A parent doing that.
Here's a statement. If I show up there again, I challenge them to at least come meet me and shake my hand. Don't even talk to me about the case. Just come and shake my hand.
Now, you had interviews set up with them.
Come and shake my hand.
No, yeah, you had interviews set up with them, and yeah, it was canceled. And did they give you any reason?
Yeah, they weren't feeling well.
Okay.
I'm sending a challenge out. I mean, if you're out there and you're not guilty, then come and shake my hand. Don't even talk about the case. We'll talk about the weather. But come and shake my hand, touch my hand.
Well, as a parent myself, if my child were to go missing, I would want help from anybody that was willing to help. Whether someone believes in psychics or not, even if you're completely skeptical, if someone is, willing to help, then you go with that. You try to get help from any source. And the fact that they did not meet with you just really is not cool. And, here's a comment from Galena. And, you say that their excuse was that they weren't feeling well. Well, I'm sorry. When your child is missing, you don't have time to be sick in the first place. As a parent, you don't have time to be sick. You have obligations to care for your child. And you were there, though, for a few days. It's not like they only had one chance to see you.
Well, once again, Deb, if I go back there, I'm challenging them. I'm saying, if you don't want to talk about your daughter's case, that's great. That's fine. We'll talk about the weather, but I challenge you to meet with me. Shake my hand. Let me touch you once, because I get a lot of vibration from that and pictures and different things that I see. If I touch you, I'll know if you're telling the truth.
Right. And
I don't need a lie detector test.
In addition to that, Misty, just fess up. And Ron, the same thing with you. Whatever whatever small little thing might even be able to help. This child is missing, and that is your primary obligation. Your primary obligation is not to be living your life, doing what you need, getting married, and doing things that are for you. There's more important things. When a child is missing, everything in your life needs to go on hold. And I'm sorry, but this is not going to go away. It's just not.
You mean you can't go out and party like you don't go out and party like Casey Anthony?
Right, exactly. It's going to continue this case and moving forward. It's not going to stop until Haleigh is found and those responsible are brought to justice. We are not.
And the thing is, she will be found. She will be found.
It will come out.
I guarantee you, she will be found.
Grief and give this child, you know, what she deserves. Sadly, you know, from the factual standpoint, the chances of Haleigh being okay and coming home alive are very slim at this point. Yes, there's those miracle stories, you know, like J.C. Duggar, you know, just recently after being missing for 18 years is home, you know, alive and well, safe with her mom now. But that's not what normally happens. So sadly, chances are Haleigh is no longer with us. That being the case, she deserves a proper burial, like Susan said. She deserves whoever did this, whether, you know, Misty's involved. Misty, we know you're involved. Whether you did something evil to that poor child or you know what's going on, whatever way it is. And Ron, same thing for you. You need to fess up and you need to come out with it now, because Haleigh deserves better than that. A precious little child that didn't ask to be brought into this world to begin with is not being properly respected by either one of you. So,
but if they had something to do with it,
and
they're not going to fess up.
Not going to give up.
They're not going to fess up, because if this plays out like the Casey Anthony case, they're not going to fess up. Just like Casey hasn't fessed up. But you know what? They better get it through their heads. Looks like the police aren't going to stop. There's a lot of people that aren't going to stop. And if I get a plane ticket, I'll be back out there. And I don't stop.
Well, it's really sad when there's so many strangers that care more about this child than they do. And that appears to me. I mean, I'm not trying to say that they don't care about Haleigh, but, you know, come on. Obviously, they at least at the very minimum have guilty knowledge. And that's if they weren't involved. They have guilty knowledge of where Haleigh is or what could have happened to her. Because,
I agree.
You know, Ron and Misty, what you've said just does not add up. You know, stop insulting everyone's intelligence and give this little girl what she deserves, justice. Bring her home.
They don't want to go to jail.
Here's the deal. Ron Cummings and Misty Cummings is not working. Why are they not out there every day searching for that child if they're innocent?
They don't want to locate it. Obviously they don't, or they would be trying to find her themselves. I don't see them out there. Like you said, they're not out there doing it.
They haven't come out and helped me. When I was there the whole 3 days or 4 days, they did not help.
Innocent people searching. They love their child. They want their child alive. You know,
I've had more parents go out and search with me, and I agree with that, Susan, you're right. I've had more parents go out and search with me, side by side with me, in some of the worst conditions, because all they wanted to do was bring their child home.
On their hands and knees, digging, whatever it takes.
Okay, well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt there. Let's say that they're not feeling well enough to do that. Okay? We have the other type of parents, such as Jesse Foster's mom, Glendine, who works every day online spreading the awareness of Jesse's case and other people that are missing, children and adults both. You know, Jesse Foster has been missing since March of 2006, I believe. Her website would be jessiefoster.ca, and the website for her online forum would be findjessie.com. Glendine works really, really hard. She's always trying to get media attention. Jesse has been featured on shows such as E! Entertainment. Recently it was about young women, beautiful and vanished, something like that. Young, beautiful, and vanished. I think I have the title of that episode wrong, but that's recent, and she's been featured on America's Most Wanted, Montel Williams, you know, just to name a few. But Glendine is online with her blogs, her websites, emailing people, to the point that she's been accused by her internet provider of being a spammer. So this woman works hard every day trying to find her child. So, you know, if you're not feeling well, are your fingers broken too? You know, that's what I wonder with these people, because I just don't see evidence of them trying to find Haleigh in either respect, whether it's physically or in an online presence, you know, or whatever it be. I just like to see some results. I mean, websites have gone up for her, and they haven't been taken care of. I mean, they don't even have an official site as her family up to find her, I don't think. Those sites are down at this point, Brian?
I don't know. I can look. I thought they were up. The ones
last
two I
time
mentioned.
I had checked, I
the Haleigh bug
didn't
and bring
check
Haleigh
today
home.
or yesterday, but last I checked, they weren't operational. I mean, this child needs more love and attention, and she's getting it from, you know, strangers, you know, like us here that care, and all those other people online, and, you know, in various media outlets and in everything else. So, you know, they just really need to fess up. That's about all I got to say on that, because they're going to be caught. It's all going to come out, whether it's just guilty knowledge or whether they've done something. It's all going to come out.
I agree, Deb.
Yeah, it's sad that it takes all this time for somebody actually to come forward, and all the man hours that were spent, and all the anguish and stuff that everybody's feeling. You know, it really would make things a lot easier if you know something. You just go ahead and, you know, bring it up, because the longer you wait, the worse it's going to be for everybody, including yourself. It's pretty obvious from their actions that they know where Haleigh is. I mean, and I can
okay, well, Galina's wondering about something when Nancy was talking about her case. Nancy Grace has talked about Haleigh's case a lot. This case has gotten a lot of attention. But where it doesn't really get attention is, you know, the parents trying to get the attention. Yeah, they've appeared, you know, on shows and stuff like that. But with what Galina has said, and I think Susan's agreeing with her, is Nancy had something regarding, you know, Haleigh's parents. You know, I'd said how children don't ask to be here. It's the responsibility of their parents to take care of them, you know, because they didn't ask to be here in the first place. You have children, you have a responsibility and an obligation, first and foremost, to that child, not to yourselves. Nancy made the comment that Haleigh didn't have a chance with these parents to begin with, and sadly, that is, you know, that's the way it appears to me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Well,
it's the same way.
With her father at the time. Her father, Ron Cummings, had custody. Haleigh's mom, her name is Crystal Sheffield. But Ron had custody, and supposedly he was at work, and Misty, 17 years old, his little girlfriend, was taking care of his daughter, Haleigh, and also the little boy, what's his name, Ronald Jr. or something? You know, 17-year-old girlfriend caring for the kids. And apparently, you know, Haleigh was in Misty's care when this happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I asked who that age has a 17-year-old girlfriend to start with.
Right, exactly. I mean, this whole situation is just messed up. This poor child probably had an awful home life.
Well, here's the deal, guys. She was actually 16. She turned 17 just before she got married to my cousin.
Yeah.
So she was 16.
I know, that's a pretty sick relationship.
And he's what? How old?
Isn't he around mid-20s, like 24, 25, somewhere in that neighborhood?
Yeah, in my opinion, isn't that...
Well, it's not right, that's for sure.
Well, I call it jailbait.
Yeah, I don't think that's a proper situation either, but, you know, it is what it is.
Age, no.
You know, but as far as like Ron with his age, I mean, he should know better than to be having a 16-year-old girl living in with him, and he should know better and be responsible enough to properly care for his children. And, you know, I guess I am saying that he didn't, because, you know, all of his actions and the things that he has done since and everything that's come out, he was not doing his job properly as a parent. If he was, he'd be searching for Haleigh, and I don't see evidence of that.
Well,
No.
too, he's got another child by another woman that he doesn't even take care of.
That's right.
You know, it's fine to have kids, but you take care of your children, whether they live with you or not. You make sure they're safe. You make sure they have their needs met.
Okay, I'm looking at the news right here. 4 minutes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep talking. Susan, go ahead.
And if you can't, there's a lot of people out there in the world that can't have kids that would love that.
Well, a child is a precious gift, and like you say, there's a lot of people that would love to have kids, that can't have them. I think that, we see it happen a lot, dealing with missing children cases and, murdered children cases. We see where, where kids where things have happened to them by those that they're supposed to trust, those that are supposed to love them the most, do harm to them, or, don't take care of them properly. At the very least, they're irresponsible, but in so many cases, they do awful things to them. And, kids deserve better than that. And it just doesn't seem right.
Well, there's something that one of your chatters and I was just discussing just the other day. And it's how the system is broken with DCF in the state of Florida. The kids that should be taken away from families not, and the children should not be taken away are. Why?
Well, it seems in some cases like the system does fail children. We have to wonder, just like with the case of Robert Manuel. Poor Robert, who his mother and mother's boyfriend are now in custody for, his murder. By the way, site for Robert, justiceforrobert.com. You can go there and talk about the case. Robert's mother had cracked the skull of her infant son, and she was given rights to her children to have them in her care. Robert should have never been in her care to begin with, nor any of the other children been in her care. Because this is what happens. But in some cases, I think the pendulum swings too far the other direction, where there are those few cases where there's parents that kids are taken from them when they shouldn't be. So I guess our system needs some work in that respect too.
Okay, I was looking up little news articles here. 4 minutes ago, there's it says pond search wraps up in Putnam County, and they didn't find anything so far. Then it mentions that there's a lot of rumors been flying around. Apparently, there's a rumor that a body's been found.
I told you, I think they went cold on that one, Brian.
Okay, but then there's reports talking
I do.
For the marijuana plants, a car, and all that stuff. Can anybody verify that these reports are true, or are they just rumors? I mean, I would imagine that if somebody, if you found a car, they would see the car. So, but the marijuana plants, is that true? Do we know for a fact, or are we just going off rumors? Do we know?
As far as the car, that was a rumor.
A rumor about a car?
Yeah, being pulled out of that
aren't
car.
the news people there, or isn't somebody taking pictures? I mean, they would know if they pulled a car out of the water, wouldn't they? And there's cars and lots of bodies of water. I'm just wondering if we're talking about the marijuana plants and things like that, if those are rumors or not, or they've been verified. Looking at this, I don't think anything's been verified by the local police.
No, I don't think law enforcement is really giving media any information at this particular point.
Okay. Gail, when you went down there for Kaylee Anthony, you were on the Nancy Grace show probably about six. You're on the Grace show 6 or 7 times. Did they ask you to appear on the Grace show for Haleigh?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
I don't even know if they knew I was down there for the Haleigh case.
Okay, I know you did Geraldo and all that stuff. No one's asked you to appear on anything for Haleigh?
No.
Okay.
Well, weren't you supposed
I
to
don't
on
think I
Nancy
do.
down there on that trip, though? She was going to get some attention to Aji, and then she canceled due to the Sandra Cantu case because she wanted to make more about what happened when because Melissa Huckabee was arrested for it. Well, there was a case where Sandra was located and Melissa Huckabee was in custody for her murder, and they bumped Aji.
You wanted to talk about that, and they bumped Aji, yep.
Talk more about that. I'm still mad over that one, and I haven't watched Nancy's broadcast.
I agree with you.
That really made me mad.
I agree.
But
They
they're
wanted to talk about something going on.
that you're feeling down there to search for Haleigh too. And she bumped you for a child that was found, and the person responsible was in custody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
That was going on the whole time.
Oh, let's wrap up this Haleigh business. Is anything else we need to bring up for Haleigh? We hope she comes home soon. We got the websites out. The pond information. Apparently, the case is back in the media. Sum it up, Gail. You have a challenge to the family. Come talk with you, meet you, shake your hand, or whatever. What else? We need to get some more maps up. Gail, can you get me a map of the areas or just guessing the areas that you searched while you're down there? I'd like to post that.
I can try to get that up to you.
Okay.
Also, if I can get a plane ticket, I'm heading back down.
Okay. So if you'd like to help out Gail, go to her website, which is psychicgail.com. You guys probably know that already. Gail, let's post that challenge, and then we can post that in the forum too while we're at it. I'm getting a lot of stuff. It sounds like it's raining now. Galena, are you still?
Really, all I want to do is be able to touch her hand and know.
Okay. Galena, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You, Deborah, and Susan were talking about some things. Do you want to bring those up? Something in the media had happened. Apparently, some slayings. Some people were killed. I don't know about that, but do you want to bring that up or not? It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
The main reason I'm bringing it up tonight, Brian, is that a young lady, her late 20s, early 30s, I believe. I don't know her exact, but was married and had 5 small children, all ranging from 1 to 7. In an abusive relationship, married to this man for 9 years. So she decided to leave and not take abuse anymore. He ended up stabbing, brutally killing the young mother and 5 children today. Well, actually, it happened Thursday night. They found her body last night.
Okay.
And they're reporting it today because they just found it late last night and found his car in the Miami airport with his flight information taking him into Haiti. He was on the roster. He is a Haitian male, 6'3", 230 pounds. And it's been all over the media. You guys know I live in Naples, Florida. Gail was down here in for Ozzy Space and love having her. My challenge is this. We need to get this picture out there. I know it's all over the place right now, but if you can get some flyers, send over to Haiti. Man needs to be caught. He took away a very good friend, a co-worker, a person that was very deeply loved by a lot of people where I work. They're just devastated.
Okay, I found the story. My goodness, we'll definitely open a case on this. And I know you have heard. I know you're close to this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You need to get it up, right? Because from what my understanding is that the Haitian people in the country of Haiti, if you are a woman abuser or a child abuser, they will kill you in the street. Okay. With the sheriff's department, well, they got
Marvin, Maven, Megan, Morgan, and Morgan.
I would love nothing more than to put a picture out there and to have justice served. Want to go to NaplesNews.com and read all about it. There'll be pictures posted everywhere. He's on Facebook, on MySpace. Get some pictures from there, put them out there, get it circulated, talk about it, get we can to get this slime ball.
Okay, how were they killed? You said they were killed by a knife. Now that information has not been public yet. Is that correct? Okay. Exactly. Well, it has been now. Should we take that out, or is that okay to go with?
No, I don't care if they know. I don't care if they know. Police department might not like it, but The thing is, it was brutal. It was a massacre.
Okay.
So it was nothing short of a brutal flame, and they laid there for 2 days.
My
The man took phone calls from us and said that she wasn't feeling well. He was taking her to the hospital, and meanwhile she was dead, laying on the floor.
Along with the 5 young children.
I'm sorry?
Just her laying down on that floor along with those 5 children.
Is this the you guys were bringing up the anger management class? Is this the same thing, the same case that we're talking about?
Yes, it is.
Can we bring that up real quick, would you?
Sure, I'd love to. Okay. This man attended an anger management class. It was cited to him by the Cummings County Sheriff's Department for domestic abuse. He just gotten released from jail from that. He was in a domestic violence class on Wednesday night. The teacher was stating statistics on 70% of the women that try to leave their spouses. And the reason that he brought it up was because he was telling them that they had to learn to control their anger, because the statistics stated that if they did not change their ways, 70% of their spouses would end up dead if they ever tried to leave them. This man stood up in the class and said to the class and directed it to the teacher, "I will tell you something right now. If my wife ever tried to leave me, I would kill her and our children." The next night, he found out he had applied for an apartment because he took the cell phone from her. They called to verify that she was going to take the apartment. He found out that she was getting ready to leave, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do in the class just the night before. Now, the teacher of the class stopped the class and said, "Listen, you are about to blow it. You are a ticking time bomb. You need to calm down." Now, for a teacher to make a statement like that, this man had to make it very apparent his anger towards the thought of his wife ever leaving him. But yet nothing was said to the Cummings County Sheriff's Department about how this man was a ticking time bomb.
Well, the thing is, Galena, if he was attending anger management classes, that was most likely court ordered, so there should have been a call to his probation or his parole officer because they had just let him out on domestic violence. I would think that there was a PO that should be, keeping tabs on him. I just wish that teacher had let them know.
Exactly. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. We all wish something could have been different. Obviously, I mean, this is a lovely woman. I'm telling you, it's the type of woman that when you go to work every day and you have someone come up to you each and every day and ask you how your day is going, how are you doing today, can I help you out with anything, you need coffee, I didn't make coffee for you, that's a rare woman. That's a rare person who takes time out to greet each and every person that comes through that door where she works and make them feel comfortable, make them feel like she's a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman that absolutely did not deserve to die, especially by the hands of some freaking crazy man. Because that's all he is. He's a psychopath to sit there and brutally murder 5 children that the neighbors say he was outside every single day with those kids playing in the yard. And she commented on how much he loved his children and what a good father he was. He would never, ever hurt his children. He may be the B word to me, but he would never touch his children. Well, he didn't want anybody else to have them.
Well, that's the thing too. You had said that you never suspected, in the time that you'd known this young woman, that you never suspected that she had the problems at home.
You couldn't tell because she was just a happy-go-lucky, lovely individual. Honestly, she was a joy to be around. And for this to happen, I mean, we're just in shock. The phones were just ringing off the hook because I work for a company that has multiple locations, and every location was calling to confirm that what they heard, and they just couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. The phone was going. We must have had News TV. We had NBC News. We had everybody in there today trying to find out. We referred them to our warehouse location for media coverage. You know, we're not allowed to talk to media. We're big corporate, so I'm not going to go into all that. That's irrelevant. The thing that I want to do, because we were told by a Haitian person specifically that once they see him on the street in Haiti and know what he did, there will be justice.
Well, we can certainly help with getting his picture out there. Open this case up in the online forum. We do care about, you know, those that are murdered, you know, in addition to, you know, the missing cases.
We can open this case tomorrow,
those
Deborah.
cases
Send it
too,
to me
and
tonight.
you know, this guy is gonna, he should probably be praying that, you know, law enforcement apprehends him before someone else gets him.
Okay, Deborah, let's do this. Let's open this as a missing person case. He's missing. We'll add that. The case will be up tomorrow. And that's it, right?
Well, I appreciate you guys talking to me tonight. I appreciate everything that you do, and the sooner we get this guy off the street, the sooner her family
Are we
can be rested.
are we sure he's in Haiti?
He's not coming after them.
Are we sure he went to? Are we sure he's in Haiti? Let's see.
95% sure he's got an airline ticket. He was on the rocket. So.
Okay, Deborah, who do we know in Haiti?
Haiti.
Okay, Deborah.
Haiti?
Yes. Who do we know in Haiti?
Who do we know in Haiti?
Right.
I don't know that we have any contacts in Haiti. I mean, Haiti, the only thing that's familiar for me with Haiti is that, you know, Aji's family is from Haiti. They speak Haitian Creole.
Okay.
You know, most of the people in the farm workers village where Aji's missing from are Haitian.
Okay. Well, we'll get that done. The case will be up tomorrow. The big thing is get a hold of his picture, print his picture out, you know, spread it around. I'm sure that the news media will do a good job of doing that, but you know, everybody can help. And speaking of pictures, I don't have a picture of Aji Desir, so I'm going to take this one off right now.
Selena,
go ahead.
Does this guy have family over there that can hide him out?
Yeah. The mother of the slain woman is from my understanding, I know her personally, she flew over to Naples to visit. She has 3 daughters and a son that lives here. And she flew over every 3 months to visit. She's from my understanding, what I was going to say, a very prominent business owner in the country of Haiti.
Okay. Thank you, Galena.
Yes, thank you, Galena. I'd like to extend thoughts and prayers, my condolences to this family. And we'll get this listed and do what we can to help get him off the street, because obviously someone that does something that horrid, that absolutely horrible to their family, is very dangerous.
Well, I mean, we were warned that when we come into work at 5 o'clock in the morning, or when we leave at midnight, that we're not supposed to leave without a police escort. Until this man is caught, nobody is safe that is around her family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, if he's crazy and he comes to try to take out the rest of the family, you know, if he's not in Haiti, the fear is there. So he needs to be taken off the street.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a very sad event. We certainly hope he's found soon. Mainly, getting that picture out was really what's important at this moment. Getting the picture out. Somebody's going to see him. Somebody's probably already seen him. Probably plenty of people have seen him. They just didn't know that he's wanted. So let's do all we can to make that happen. So thank you for sharing that with me, with us, Galena.
Absolutely.
Deborah, I didn't have Aji's graphics. I pulled the picture off the wall. I'm gonna have to look at the camera. This is Aji Desir. You know, it's a real shame I'm putting his picture up. This picture is already faded, Deborah. Okay, and that's how long it's been up there. What, since February? He went missing. What, the 11th of January?
January 10th.
January 10th from Immokalee, Florida. You know, there's a lot of missing person shows out there. Nancy Grace is probably one of the best ones that cover a lot of cases. I mean, every night we find time to mention this boy. Okay, he's a helpless 6-year-old boy, Ashi Desir. He went missing from Immokalee, Florida. She could do the same. You know, we need his picture out there. That's what I'm trying to say. We need his picture out there. Everybody can help. You know, once again today I got an email saying, please help find this missing child, Ashley Flores. Ashley Flores is not missing, it's a hoax. But yet that one email can circulate around the world, billions and billions and billions of email accounts. I can guarantee it by now. And that person's not even missing. Ashi is missing. He's a real missing person. You know, if you can write an email that can spread virually or virus, I guess it's called a viral ad or whatever, like that, you know, please do it. Ashi is missing. For more information, please go to findaji.com. It's FINDADJI.com. Thank you, Deborah, for tonight. I know.
You're welcome.
I know the audio sucked tonight. We're getting a lot of noises and stuff, and that's just because we are on the internet. I want to thank Gail St. John. I want to thank Susan, Glendina, and Deborah. Did I miss anybody? That's it for tonight.
Nope, you got everyone.
Okay, tomorrow night we will cover that case that Galena was talking about. You know, he may not be in Haiti, even though police say that that's where he went. There's a little chance he's not there. That's what I would do. So we'll cover that along with any new cases that you send me tonight, Deborah. It's getting late, so we'll get that done real quick. And in our newest website that we're running is justiceforhaleigh.com. Susan are going to run that. If you have any suggestions, comments, or anything, if you want to help out, mod, whatever, please contact Deborah. And that can be Deborah at justiceforhaleigh.com. Right, Deborah? Did it work?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, -5 GMT. We don't usually start on time. Seems like a habit, but we'll try to get over that. So anyways, good night.